singing and playing. So as drummers, as piano players, guitar players, bass players, anything that doesn't involve putting air into an instrument, okay, we can do this. Are you bored yet? I'm really bored because I didn't take a breath. There was no space. You know what I mean? So the singing along and playing really helps a lot with the phrasing. There are two ways. Either you can breathe, and the music pauses, or you can go blue, pass out, and then the music also stops, which is, you know, another way around it. I prefer the first one. It stemmed from hearing this as a kid, and long before I ever wanted to be a musician or knew even what a bass guitar was or anything. I heard George Benson on Broadway. I had three cassette tapes when I was a kid. Brown Sugar, Rolling Stones, Glenn Miller, In the Mood. It was cool, you know, and George Benson, Weekend in LA. And when I heard that, I lost my mind a little bit. It was kind of like, wow, you know, that's kind of cool. And then it was a lot later on, you know, maybe 15 years later, when I realized, oh wow, okay, there are other people doing this as well, not necessarily sounding like George Benson, sounding like an R&B singer, but people who are singing along with what they play, or rather playing along with what they sing. And it's huge, and I do it. People in the studio hate me when I'm in the same room as the drums, because I'm. That's what's going on. Like normally the band is so loud you never hear that, but I come off the stage without any voice at the end of a gig, always, because I've been. It's a mess. It sounds like The Simpsons or something going on back there. It's incredible. So when I get in the studio and I'm close to the drummer, maybe in the same room, and there's a nice 121 or a pair of Coles picking up, all you hear it's pretty terrible. But it's, you know, I'm a lousy singer, like a really bad singer, so it's not something I would ever get on the microphone and do, or want to record or something. It's not really a part of my sound, but it's really a huge part of the phrasing and breathing as well. But when we speak English, we use the words and, to, if, but, me, thank you, goodbye, hello, beer, vodka, you know, essential words, a lot. But we all put them together differently. And that's what gives each of us personality and individuality and a uniqueness. And that's exactly the same. They're all licks, and they're all very cliche things that you've heard a million times before, you know. Or, you know, these are not unfamiliar things to people. Essentially another lick, another word, another sentence perhaps. But it depends how you put it together. Less than 14 seconds. Great. It's not so much Michael Jackson anymore, you know what I mean? He's probably up there somewhere going, hey man, that's not cool. but, but for me, it's about not thinking about anything when I play. And everything is in the subconscious and not in the conscious. Everything's in the back, not in the front. And that's all about muscle memory. Like we all walk pretty well. Not so much when we've had a few beers, but we all walk pretty well in a straight line and the arms swing and the legs move forwards and we go. And that's all muscle memory because we've just done it for so long. At some point, none of us could walk. And there will be more times when none of us can walk as well. But that's something that stays in your subconscious and you don't have to think about. I'm not having to think about the words I'm using to put together into these sentences to talk to you right now. That's muscle memory as well. So it's about putting all of those ideas in the muscle memory, no matter how simple or how complex they are, so that they hopefully come out really naturally and fluidly.
Like a conversation, basically.
Exactly. It's all about a conversation. And this is, you know, again, this is a very unique situation because I'm sort of having a conversation with myself, musically speaking, because it's just me right here. You know, it's a much different scene when I have my band and we talk to each other musically and we play the same 8 tunes every night on a tour, but they couldn't sound more different. You know what I mean? We have the same topic of conversation, but we have different opinions perhaps each night and different outcomes. You know, and sometimes some fights and sometimes we're happy. You know, it's like a different range of emotions and yeah, it's possibly the most interesting thing I can ever imagine. That's why I do it, and that's why I love it, you know, as much as I do. And I always say, as soon as I don't love it, there's a marine biologist, accountant, plumber, electrician. There's a bunch of other things that might inspire me equally as much that I would stop playing music and go and do that.